Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Vintage Story. We're right where we left off last episode. I just ran back over to the house. Um, and as I mentioned, I want to work on setting up some resource quarries. And I'd also like to, what's the word for it? Gear up our iron tools. So I want to start naturally with the tools because we are fairly short of tools. Um, and that is going to be a bit of a lengthy and laborious process. So I am going to be working on that, and that's probably going to take me a while. And I'll bring you guys back when we are all done processing our iron and turning it into tools. Okay, and just like that, we have finally worked through all of our iron. Oof, boy, did that take a minute. We have 16 ingots now, and I'm going to make a few tools. Let's figure out what I'm actually going to make. That sounds like a smart thing to do. I'm going to make a couple pickaxes, two axes. Let's go grab some sticks while we're here. Two pickaxes, two axes, two shovels. That's 6 right there. I'd also like to make at least one more hammer. And probably a knife. So that's 8 ingots worth. And I think that's going to do it for right now. So let's grab 8 sticks. Wonderful. And I am going to get right to smithing. So I'll see you guys when our tools are all done. Okay. And just like that, we have our iron tools completed. Let's put our hammer away. You can see I've made some of the tools. We'll make the rest now. So I've got the knife. I've got my 2 axes. Nice. And I've got a hammerhead. Great. So we're going to put the hammer away. How am I doing on food? I'm doing okay on food for now. Let's actually eat while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, I will forget. Just under a full portion. I think it's like 0.1 or something like that. 0%. Yeah, you can see just how close we were. So let's get some of these tools put away. I want to keep the pickaxes on me. I'm going to carry both of the shovels. I'm going to put one of the axes away, and we'll carry the other axe as a backup. I'm going to put the hoe away, and let's put you here so I know what I'm putting away. And I'm going to put the knife away. We still have a lot of durability on this tin bronze knife. And I am going to carry the pickaxes. So let's go put you away. So you can go here. I'm going to actually move our pro pick over here just so I can have all my knives together. You can see I have a flint knife as well. And the hoe, I'll put up here with the scythe. I think that's a good place for it. Okay, and we're finally decked out with some iron tools. Let's just get this put away here. And let's get our dirt put away and our charcoal put away. Speaking of our charcoal, we actually are in desperate need of more charcoal. I think I'm going to empty our supply of wood here because I do want to light up our charcoal pit. I think I meant to do that a little while ago. I just never got around to it. Where is our charcoal pit? Is it this hill here? Yeah, it is this hill. Let's make our way down here. And I can fit quite a good amount of charcoal in here. I have nowhere near enough, so let's go take a look at our wood. See what we're rocking wood-wise. You're still pregnant? You're not ready to bait yet? Okay, let's go look at our wood. I know the chest is just overflowing. Plenty of maple. Let's get this maple all cut up. And just like this, very nice. It looks like the answer is no. So we need, 4 more stacks. So that's probably another 2 stacks of logs. Let's take a look at what we have for logs. I don't really want to use my oak, and walnut I don't want to use either, but I'm willing to use, yeah, I was just going to say some pine if I have pine. I'm not really using my pine for anything else right now. So get you all chopped up. And you guys go in here. Great. And I'm just going to grab you here. And I'm going to get this charcoal pit fired up. Okay. And just like that, our charcoal pit is lit and ready to go. So what's next? Well, I want to clean up my inventory, so let me go do that real quick. Okay, our inventory has been secured, so again, the question is, what's next? And the answer to that is going to be our quarries. I would like to set up a couple different quarries, the first being so that we can build a translocator room down here. And I think I'd like to build this room out of bricks, which means that we are going to need um, to actually get some blocks out of, what's it called? We're going to need to get some blocks out of relieved out of here. So I want to set up a slate quarry, and I've got a couple options. I can go here through the cave, or I can go behind or to the side of the translocator. And I'm thinking, looking at this, I may go and dig out a tunnel here. Because the translocator entrance is going to be here. I'm going to have a shaft that goes up like this is the idea. And I do want this shaft to be covered up with the stone bricks as well. I want this to be pretty. So I think I might have a tunnel here and have this just go straight into my quarry for the stone. So in order to do that, I'm just going to dig this out a little bit here and mark this off as a corner. Do this here, wonderful. And I believe that will put me just, yeah, I may hit this cave, I may not. I am going to cover this cave up, I think, long term, so hitting this cave shouldn't be the biggest deal in the world. But what I'm going to do is I don't think I'm going to need more slate than one section of quarrying this out. So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to quarry out this slate rock, and I'll see you guys when we are all done. Oh, wow. And it looks like we've actually dug into a cave here that has plenty of saltpeter. So that's a bit of an interesting find. It might be worth gearing up and just taking a quick peek at this. So let me go grab, yeah, because we're not that low. We're low, but we're not that low. It's calm rift activity, which is good. So let me grab Falx and our armor, and I think we can poke our heads into that cave and just kind of see what's going on. I'm going to want to grab some dirt as well, just so I can block it off, because again, this is our quarry. We are back down at the translocator room. I'm going to get a torch placed down here. Still calm rift activity, and I don't see or hear any bad guys. Now I do. What kind of drifter is that? Tainted drifter. Okay. Never mind. There's a bell. Let's get out. And locusts. What the heck is going on here? How bad does a locust hurt? Let's find out. Excuse me, locust. Not terrible. Bronze locust. Do you drop any good loot? Doesn't look good. Okay, well, that bell is going to be mighty annoying. Okay, and you're in the way, so I can't place you here. Anyways, me and the bell, I guess, are going to hang out for a little bit as I continue working on my quarry. So I'll see you guys when we're all done. Okay, so we did get this area quarried out. I didn't get as much stone as I wanted to. You can see I got a lot of cracked slate as well. Not exactly what I was going for, but I suppose that's all we're going to end up doing for now. See, there's just a ton of crack all through here. Especially where I've got this cave and I got this bell. Although I may finally be able to close this off here. Okay, you didn't have to do that. That was very rude of you. Let's see if I can get this tainted drifter actually. There we go. Get him out of the way. I just don't really think we're in a place to take on a bell. We only have copper equipment still. There we go. And that's all taken care of. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab our ladders and I'm going to put some of the stone away, and I'm going to make as many slate stone bricks as we can, which means I'm going to have to remember how to make mortar again. That's going to be a process and a half. And I will join back with you guys when it's time to work on that room and our new way into it. Our stone bricks here. So I think we can start getting this all laid out. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this wall back by one, and we'll replace it with stone bricks. So I'm going to do this real quick on... There's a weird lighting change. Getting day out or something? Not that I can tell. Anyway, I'm going to get this all pushed back by one. Oh, it's probably because this block opened up. Not you. And I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, I think the stone brick is coming along really nicely in this room. I think it looks nice so far. And we just had enough for what we were looking to do. If anything, we were short by 2. So I'm going to need quite a bit more to put in, well, the roof. I think we should actually do birch so that there's some contrast. And I'd love to do some chisel work as well, actually, if we're able to do chisel work. Am I able to place a block here? Yes, I can. So we can do some of the chisel work. I have something in mind. I'll need more birch for that, but I am also going to need just more slate stones. So I'm going to, I suppose, go this way. It's cracked pretty bad on both sides, so it won't matter, I suppose, but I'm going to get to quarry, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've dug up a shaft that goes all the way to the surface from the translocator. And this is a bit bigger of a project than I anticipated, quite honestly. The shaft is... Oh, I missed a spot. I think this is almost 40 blocks or something like that. So we're going to need quite a bit of slate stone bricks, and I'm probably going to need to do several rounds of quarrying. So I am going to get working on that, and I will follow up with you guys once I have some more progress to show. So quick update, I've gotten this tube dug out and I've started filling in the sides. So now what I have to do is I have to go in and do some more quarrying over here. So I'm going to do that, and I will see you guys in a moment. Okay, so our quarrying is all done here. I doubled up the amount of stone that we had quarried previously, so we have quite the quarry going on. And we have a ton of slate stones, which we're going to be able to use for pathing. I'm really excited for. But more important to what we're looking at now is we have just over a stack of slate rocks, which we can use to turn into bricks. And that is what I'm going to do next. I'm going to turn these rocks into bricks, and I actually need to break all you for the ceiling here. Oh, oh. Do not do that, Translocator. What are you doing? Did it just send the stone over? Does it seriously send items? Whoa. Oh my, it does. The Translocator can send items over. That's so cool. And annoying if we're dropping things on it repeatedly, but cool nonetheless. Anyways, I'm going to work on this, and I'm going to run up and actually just grab some birch, because we are going to need some more birch. Um, so I'm going to do both of those things, and I'll see you guys when we have another update. Okay, so our translocator room is practically done here. We're really just working on... Oh, no, 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 I do not want to do that. I want you to go with the grain here so that everything matches here. Very nice. So now we're really just waiting on getting this all filled in. And as it turns out, this tube here is a bit of a monumental task. One that it looks like is going to take up quite a bit of our resources. And I'm actually going to go so far as to turn all of this into stone bricks, because I think, quite frankly, we're actually going to need to. So just turn you into stone bricks. One thing I wish that was better is you can see that I can drag my resources, but when I do it with a second stack, it doesn't drag evenly. And I wish that the game did a better job at having things like that drag evenly. Or in this case, I can't fix it when I messed it up there, but it could also just be a skill issue. So if you're aware of how to get it to drag evenly with multiple stacks, let me know. Because right now you can see this is just what I'm doing slowly but surely with each of these. Anyway, so the stack and a half still actually is not going to be enough. I know that for a fact. I'll take you guys up here just so you can see what we're working with. And I think we can probably do one of these together just so you see how tall it is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Roughly 21. I think a few more snuck in there. And that was one that was already... We actually may have enough here, where we do have some extra left over. So let's start you here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay. And I have 34. So you can see that this is just barely not going to be enough, but we do have more, just a smidge more mortar. And we have a smidge more stones as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I don't need to count. Let's just get up here. As I was saying, if we're lucky, it'll be enough, but we're 5 short. Ooh, and I think we only have enough mortar for 4 stones. If I'm being honest, we may end up being 1 brick too short. Cracked. I have plenty of cracked. It's the mortar that I'm low on. Let's do this and this. This. 4, but I've only got the 2 mortar. Yeah, I'm short. So I'm gonna have to go make some more mortar. And then once I do that, this will be complete with the exception of some chisel work I'd like to get done. So I'd like to show you what I want to do for chisel work, and we're gonna start with the ceiling here. I'm gonna ring this in by 1 here. And I know this is pretty cramped and cluttered. Let's actually get you down on the ground here. Get our chisel and our hammer out. And what I'd like to do is bring all of this in. And honestly, I'm probably going to bring it in all the way here. I want to just get this started. I'm going to do this on the top and the bottom. So once you see it, I will spare you, but let's at least get to a point where I can show off what I'm looking to do. And I want to skinny this right up here. And I just want to create like a bit of a, I don't know the exact word for it, but a bit of an edge here along the edge. And I think that this is still a bit big for what I'm looking for. I want it to be a bit skinnier, so I think we'll end up going a whole size down. So I'm just going to chisel this for a moment, and I will follow up with you guys in just a second. Okay, and so I think this is complete along here. And so hopefully you can see what I was going for. I just wanted a little depth and definition added to this room. So that's what we were going for there. And I want to do the same thing, but on the floor as well. Not right there. Don't want to get that sent over to the Shadow Realm. But I can put you here, I believe, and do this. There we go, and now I just have this chest in the way here. So I'm going to get to chiseling all of this as well, and I will join back with you guys in a moment. Okay, and you can see I have this lining the bottom as well now. We're going to be done with the hammer and chisel for the moment. Get my lantern back, and that reminds me I do need a source of light for this room. And I do think a lantern is probably going to be the answer to that. The only question is, where do I want the lantern? I did not think that through. It might be cool to have the lantern indented in the wall if I put a hole in the wall here. That's definitely a thought. I've got a couple things I need to do. I need to make some more mortar. I need to move our chest because it is now officially in the way. And I need to make a door that goes into this room so that we have a door. Yeah, so I'm going to work on those things, and I will join back with you guys in just a second. Okay, now that I've got this chest out of the way, I can break up the chisel once again and get this all squared away. I think we might actually be able to get away without making this last stone brick block. Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to need stone bricks for that wall indent I want to do down there. I was going to say we could do a line of cobblestone at the top. We could do a path block here. We've got options, but I guess at the end of the day, I am going to still want more mortar. I actually just don't know if I have quicklime for that. That's a really good question. If I take a look around, these are the chests I was keeping my quicklime in, and I think I used the rest of it. So it's going to be quite a process to get some more, but that's okay. That is Vintage Story, and it's one of the things we love about this game is the process that everything takes. So I'm going to just clean up here a little bit and probably go downstairs and cook up a ton of quicklime. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And that will take a good chunk of time. So I'm gonna do that, probably make another couple iron pickaxes while I'm at it, because I am down to the end of this one here, and it'll leave us with just one pickaxe again. So I'm gonna work on that, and I'll see you guys shortly. So I've just loaded back into the world here, and you may be asking yourself, loaded back into the world, why, what happened? Well, there's a really simple answer to that, and it is that making quicklime hurt me so much on a spiritual level because of how long it takes and how fuel intensive that it is, that it actually led me to reinstall the Better Firepit mod. And I think this is a good opportunity, we talked about it in the past, but to talk about what this mod does. And what this does is, the way that vanilla Vintage Story works is that when something completes in the fire pit, the next item in that stack reverts back down to a temperature point of 0. So what the Better Fire Pit mod does is it has the stack retain the temperature that it had prior to completion. So in this case, we're snaking our way up to 900 degrees, and we're just going to maintain a temperature of 900 degrees, which will allow our quicklime to still take a little while, but smelt much quicker and without taking the time and fuel that it would have taken previously. And this works as well with other items, torches, food, I presume, as well. Actually, food is another really useful instance of this because food can be pretty resource intensive. But anyway, I did make some iron pickaxe heads as well, and I have yet to make that door. So there are a few, little things I'm still working on here and there. It's pretty dark and dreary out. We're in the midst of a pretty significant snowstorm, but I am working on quicklime, working on some things around the house or our translocator room. And I will join back with you guys when we are ready to complete it. Okay, so we're down here and we can place this door, and I can have the door this way, which I don't really care for. Okay, I do care for, apparently, because there's a drifter right there. I should have known better than that. Okay, I was going to say I'd like the door to be inside the other way, but I guess the door will be here because we have this large cavernous room here that I don't have lit up with anything at all. So that's something to keep in mind, I guess, if you're building a massive quarry. And I do just want to get this dug out here. Oh, you know what? Yep, I can just do that. Perfect. And now we have a lantern here. Just sitting there. Very nice. That'll keep this all lit up. And so literally, all we're missing is one block of brick way up there. I'm going to go check on the quicklime here. I am also going to take a picture for the thumbnail. So I'm going to work on those two things, and I'll join back with you guys in just a moment. So I think when we make our mortar, let me put all of you in here. I've been doing a very particular ratio, but I believe that's like the minimum ratio. Is it 1 to 2? I could be entirely mistaken. Let's get, because I believe it's 2 water. Gives me 8 liters of lime. And then I put you in here, and that gives me 64 mortar. So maybe this is the ratio that I have to put this in by. Let's see. Can I double that? 4. Yeah, see, it's not playing ball with me. Oh, yeah, it gave me 16 liters of slate lime. So now if I put in... Okay, so it does give me more. So you can play with those ratios a bit. And it looks like mortar stacks up to 128, so we probably just made the max. Good. So we were doing half batches before, but that was a full batch. Okay. So there is still some quicklime to be had. It's down here, just finishing its smelting. And you can see we've gone through quite a bit of peat, which is good because, quite frankly, we were sitting on too much peat. We're sitting on not enough firewood and too much peat. So with that out of the way, finally, after all this time, we can craft our remaining stone slate bricks. And now if I go over here to our hole, our lovely hole in the ground, all I've got to do is put that there. We are in the money. And just like that, we have completed our translocator room. So let's go down here and take a look at it. Go down here slowly. So we have completed our first translocator room. And any baddies down here? Good, there's not. I'm going to put this door here. I just think it looks better like that, question mark? No, I don't actually. I like it how it was before. Okay, that was weird, how it just started breaking like that. But yeah, we completed our translocator room, and so now if I go through onto the other side, Oh yeah, there's all the stones we sent through. We have this translocator room here, which is in Paradise. And this is something that I want to tackle soon. This is definitely not going to be a next episode thing, because one thing that we learned in this episode is that the resources, time, and energy it takes to actually make one of these translocators pretty, in the way that I chose to make them pretty, is actually fairly significant. You guys may have noticed there was a delay in getting this episode out, as opposed to previous episodes, and part of the reason to that is because of just how labor intensive this project turned out to be. I severely under budgeted the amount of time needed to produce this episode based off this project. And so I think next episode, I want to work on some different projects and then do preparatory work for the next Translocator Room. And I'm going to give you guys an idea of what that's going to look like. I'm not saying we're going to do all of this next episode, but to give you an idea of kind of what I'm looking at for some of our priorities. First and foremost, I want to build up our path here, going to the translocator, probably from both of these directions here, having paths, or maybe just this direction here, as well as expanding our path here so it's a 2 wide. I think the 1 wide path is not good. I want a 2 wide path at least here. And then there's more work that we can do with pathing, but before we do, I'd like to do some work taking these hills back. And the hills are definitely something I think we may end up working on next episode. And maybe even this hill here, just take some of these hills back, work on the terrain. And then I would like to do some road work. I think I will end up doing a dock over here at some point. Not right now, but at some point I think we'll do some sort of dock. But I would like to work on a road that goes over here. We are also going to need to identify where our peridotite quarry is going to be. And I'd like to do the quarrying for that. I think we'll be looking up north here by our other translocator. So somewhere around here, I think we'll likely be looking at. But again, we'll have to actually do all the quarrying and all the prep work for that. So those are just a few of the things that I would like to do. Ooh, look at us there. Over the next episode or 2. So I hope you will join me as we work on that. I've been Finko11, and I've greatly enjoyed putting this episode together for you today, and I hope you have enjoyed watching it. Thank you very much for tagging along, and I will see you next time when we work on a variety of miscellaneous projects. Until then, bye-bye.